Hello, folks, and welcome to the Ice Station. Uh, Hello, how are you doing? And if you like this video or want to see more content from me, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Uh, so that said, let's jump into the joke of the day, which is, what do you call a cow with no legs? Stay tuned to the end of the video to hear the answer. Love you guys. Thanks to all my subs and people that support the channel in their many ways. Let's get into it. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you my DVD collection. This is part 1 of 5. I got about 10, 15 DVDs here. I'm gonna run through, give my thoughts, and then I'll do a follow-up video if you want more information on my opinions and my reactions and my thoughts on these particular DVDs. That'll be in a separate video. So with that said, let's get started. First up, and they're in alphabetical order. 28 days later, because numbers come before letters, right? 28 days later. Uh, First time I watched it, I was high as shit, and it was a really good movie. And that tends to happen a lot for me because we just make everything seem so more epic. Not all the time, but with these movies that Hollywood produces, it's like, God, this shit is fucking rad. Anyway, it's a zombie movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's an older movie. All these are really from the early 2000s and late 90s. So I stopped collecting DVDs in like 2010. This came out in 2003. A guy wakes up in London and he doesn't know what's going on. That's all I'll say. Meet some interesting characters along the way. Just have some cool, gruesome bloodbath fights and shit. Uh, but watching it now, I've seen it so many times, it just doesn't do the trick anymore. And last time I watched it, I had to turn it off because I was just like so appalled by it. Not the violence and horror or anything, but just like the overall vibe of it was mixed up. 40-year-old version. Um, Saw us in theaters, and we had the whole theater rolling with laughter at this. Every joke. It was a lot of fun. 300. Also saw this in theaters. That was the best time I for watching this movie. Um, it's okay now. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it because it's kind of iconic at this point. The whole sprayed on abs and over the top fascism, basically. um, Alien versus Predator. Saw this in theaters. Um, Alien and Predator fighting each other. Go watch it. I like that movie. Dumb, but it's cool. American History X. Great movie. Good message. I dig it. Animal House. Actually, never watched this, but I have. Whatever. I hear it's great. It's a classic, but is it still funny today with that kind of humor from like what the 80s or was it 70s? 1978. So I don't know. Things have changed in this country from 1978 to 2021, and I just feel like this. No, I don't really know. I've never seen it, so I shouldn't talk. Baraka. This is a documentary film. It shows locations around the world in a very artful and powerful way. And it'll fuck up your mind if you watch the whole thing. It'll relax you, but it's like meditation. It relaxes you to a point where you become paranoid. Batman Begins, the best of the Dark Knight trilogy, was the first one, not the Dark Knight, and definitely not the Dark Knight Rises. Saw this in theaters, high as shit, didn't remember anything about it, then bought it to watch it not high, and it's a good movie. Really solid, well done flick. Uh, Big Lebowski, The Dude Abides, need I say more? Big Trouble in Little China. Kurt Russell at his peak with John Carpenter, who's his buddy director, and they do a lot of movies together. Um, this is very 80s, but it's cool. Blink 182, The Urethra Chronicles. What do I know on this? I was a big fan of Blink 182 in middle and high school. It's right when they were peaking. This came out when I was in ninth grade, and it's okay. It has like behind the scene footage and all their videos. Good times. Boondock Saints. Great movie. Irish brothers in Boston, and I'm Irish, by the way. So yeah. But these two guys go around killing mafia members and generally bad people. So interesting concept, very well executed. You have to see this if you're a film fan. Bottle Rocket, you don't have to see this. This movie is very disjointed and weird, but it's got its moments. It's Wes Anderson's first movie before Rushmore, Royal Tenenbaums, and Life Aquatic, and Grand Budapest Hotel, and all that. Breathless. This is a Japanese comedy. Jean-Luc Godard's debut film. It's a love story taking place in, I think, France. Um, and it's a typical love story. It's classic though, iconic. Kind of like what do they call this? Avant-garde or is it new wave or something? Doesn't say, of course, on there. But whatever, something like that. It's artsy. Okay, my sister got me that. It's cool. Clerks 2. Um, Clerks 2. I've watched this movie more than I've watched any movie in my whole life. I love it. I can't watch it anymore because it's just too boring now. I know everything to beat to death. But I think it's better, more accessible than the first Clerks. Stand by it. Lay me in the comments. Constantine, good action superhero movie. It's very religious, sort of in a way. It has religious elements, religious characters from the Bible, and I'm sure other religions. Um, it's okay. You got to see it though. Keanu Reeves kicking ass. Daredevil. You don't have to see this if you've never seen it. It's very corny. Doesn't hold up. It's cool though. I saw it in theaters and I liked it. Dave Chappelle's Block Party. I actually saw this in theaters too. Um, it's basically a concert film with Dave Chappelle, his favorite artists coming together. You have Kanye, Black Star, and a whole bunch. Um, worth a watch. Intercuts with stories from people around where they're filming the concert, and it's good to see. Good to see. Dave Chappelle killing him softly. I was really big into Dave Chappelle in high school, and because that show, Chappelle show, um, was very in its prime when I was in like 11th grade or something, and I got this for Christmas because my family knew how much I liked Dave Chappelle, and it's pretty funny. It's probably the funniest stand-up that I've ever seen. Funniest anything he's done of all time. It's just really good in his prime. Dawn of the Dead, the Zack Snyder version from 2004. This is a really good movie. Watch it with friends, watch it with a girl. It's a good movie. And it's fun. It's not just like artsy, but it's a really fun movie. Dazed and Confused. You gotta watch this movie at least once in your life. Richard Linklater. Kicking ass. Takes place in the 70s in a high school and it follows a bunch of stoners and it's an iconic film. It really is. And the final film for this video, right at 10-minute mark, is Dead Poet Society. This movie's corny. and it has a good message, but like I've seen it and it just find it like kind of weird in a way. Alright, so stay tuned for bonus content in my next video, and if this channel takes off, I'll start putting them in Patreon videos. I don't know, I probably shouldn't have said that, because now you're gonna not pay for Patreon so that I can give you the bonus content for free. Whatever, just what has happened, just how it happened. Is what I said. Uh, So yeah, more information on my opinions and reviews and thoughts about the DVDs you saw in this video, plus a sneak peek at my next video, which is part 2 of my DVD collection, 205. Uh, and it's time for the answer to the joke. So the joke was, what do you call a cow with no legs? The answer, ground beef. I think that's hilarious. So yeah, ciao.